We are a movement by and for people affected by multiple sclerosis.
Until we end this disease forever,
we will do whatever it takes
to accelerate breakthroughs.
We believe that we are stronger together.
That nobody should face MS alone.
We will be by your side every step of your journey.
From day one.
We'll be your partner through the challenges.
Sharing ideas and finding solutions.
We believe
that people live better lives
when they are understood and supported.
It's hard to hear,
but you look so good.
When you feel anything but.
Or to feel like MS is the only thing people see.
We will be there for your loved ones so they can be there for you.
We'll shine a light on what it means to live with MS.
Till the rest of the world understands.
We believe that everyone deserves affordable medications.
A doctor who knows MS.
And a healthcare system that puts you first.
You should never have to choose
between paying your bills
and getting the care you need.
We will make sure your voice is heard loud
and clear.
We'll be your champion
from the halls of Congress
to City Hall.
We believe that you should be able to plan for the next 10 years.
Even the next 10 minutes.
Without MS getting in the way.
Complex problems take many solutions.
Coming together in just the right way.
We'll be there to help you piece it all together.
We'll work every day
so you can get what you want from life.
Even while living with this disease.
We believe that no one else should have to face the fear
and uncertainty
of an MS diagnosis.
And that those that have MS
should get back what they've lost.
Curing this disease takes a global effort.
We will fund the most
promising leads
and gather the brightest minds
to find a cure
as fast as possible.
We'll be unrelenting
until the very
end.
We believe that we all have something to contribute.
Whether it's time,
money,
connections,
or sheer passion,
there is strength
in numbers.
We're calling on you to join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Find your place in this movement.
We need you. We need you.
We need you.
Together, we will create a world free of MS.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Thomas Ray, and I'm here with my good friend, Andy Van Hook.
And we have the distinct pleasure of serving as your MCs for the first ever virtual MS Society Dinner of Champions.
The Harrisonburg Dinner of Champions began in 1994, making it one of the longest running dinners for the Society nationwide.
Maybe like me, you've had limited experience with the Dinner of Champions, or maybe you've been involved for years. Either way, I want you to remember one thing. The National MS Society is a relentless force in changing the lives of people affected by MS, and our community has played a pivotal role.
This past year is a great example. When the pandemic hit, the Harrisonburg Dinner of Champions was poised to break a 26-year fundraising record. Although the event was postponed twice and ultimately canceled, our 2020 honorees of Jack Broadus and Karen Wigington from Sunnyside Communities never faltered in their support.
Through Jack and Karen's leadership, combined with the incredible efforts of dinner chairs John Downey and Judith Trumbo, this event raised over $120,000 for the National MS Society.
Now, we were not able to honor Jack and Karen in person last year, although they definitely dressed for the occasion.
Yeah, they sure did. And I know how much Jack loves putting on that tux. So before we proceed, let us take a moment to hear from John Downey, president of Blue Ridge Community College, as he shares some thoughts on our 2020 honorees.
Last year, Jack Broadus and Karen Wigington were being honored by the MS Society at this function. And unfortunately, COVID hit and we were unable to get together. So on behalf of all the people involved in the MS Society, I wanted to thank Jack and Karen for all the work they do in the community and for the MS Society. Wish them all the best and thank them in a way that we weren't able to honor them last year at this time.
Thank you, John, for that inspiring message. This past year has been one of change, and the MS Society has pivoted quickly to support this change. When the pandemic began 14 months ago, the National MS Society realized that MS community has different increasing needs during this crisis. Through support of events just like this one, the Society has been able to fund virtual programming, act as a partner to navigate the challenges of COVID-19, equip healthcare providers to deliver care, advance research, and amplify the voices of the MS movement. The National MS Society has been a true champion to those affected by MS.
In 2021, as always, there are many prominent leaders in our community who are also true champions. The past year has revealed many people giving in ways unidentified prior to the pandemic.
Of course, healthcare workers, right? First responders, essential retail, food production, transportation, education, manufacturing, construction, public utilities, banking, financial services, parks and recreation, the list just goes on and on.
Yeah. So tonight's event, we're going to celebrate our community of heroes and further a long tradition of supporting the National MS Society.
Now, please join us in welcoming Sherry Ellis, President of the National MS Society in Virginia and West Virginia, to say a few words about the progress we have made fulfilling this mission of the National MS Society.
Thank you to all of you for joining us for the first virtual Harrisonburg Dinner of Champions honoring Harrisonburg's community of heroes. The event feels a little different tonight than it has in the past 27 years, and we missed being in person to honor Karen Wigington and Jack Broadus last year, and raising over $120,000, bringing Harrisonburg's fundraising total to $2.2 million for the National MS Society. But tonight, we have so much to celebrate. Harrisonburg's community of heroes. Each one of us have been touched by the pandemic and had to make critical decisions to protect our friends, our family, and coworkers. But you know, MS did not stop because of COVID. In fact, the Society's responsibility to answer critical questions around how COVID impacts continuing MS therapies, getting the vaccine, and ensuring that we deliver results and drive our research momentum forward is more critical than ever before. This year, we updated our mission statement to say, "We will cure MS." And as we roll out our Pathways to Cures roadmap, access to high-quality health care, developing the MS professional workforce, and health, equity, and inclusion throughout our movement, is important to know that we are committed to all people affected by MS, and each decision we make is keeping those affected at the center of everything that we do. We're determined to let nothing, including this unprecedented pandemic, slow us down. And Harrisonburg, you proved that last year again and again and again tonight. We can't do this work alone. Now more than ever, we need your help. Until we end this disease forever, I'm confident that you will do whatever it takes to accelerate breakthroughs. And whether you're one of the 1 million people living with MS, or you want to make a difference for someone who is, thank you. I'm so glad that you've tuned in to tonight's celebration of our community of heroes. It will take all of us and more to achieve a world free of MS. Thank you.
Thanks, Sherry, for that update. The MS Society has been a true global champion to those living with MS. And as we honor our community of champions tonight, it's important to note that one of our greatest local heroes is sadly no longer with us.
Yeah, that's right, Andy. The passing of Carl Stoltzfus Sr. last November was a great loss to his family and friends, to his adopted family at Dynamic Aviation, and to the entire community. You know, I got to know Carl a little bit over the years, Andy, and he just had this way that when you walked in the room with him, he made you feel like you were the most important person in that room every single time.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of experience meeting with Carl, but I did have the opportunity to meet him a couple of times, and he was so warm and kind, and you could just tell he had a really big heart. And you know, Carl and his wife Barbara were the honorees for the Harrisonburg Dinner of Champions in 2009, and their company, Dynamic Aviation, has been our Hope sponsor for over a decade.
Woo, woo, shout out Dynamic, right? So we want to take a minute to welcome my good friend Mike Stoltzfus to say a few words about his late father and many other heroes we've been blessed to have serve in our community and serve the National MS Society.
Hi, I'm Mike Stolzfus with Dynamic Aviation. We have many heroes in our midst here in the Shenandoah Valley. And over the decades, we've had many men and women who have come into the valley, who have grown up in the valley, and we now stand on their shoulders. Winston Weaver Sr. was a hero for my dad. When my mom and dad moved here in the valley in '67, Winston and Phyllis kind of put their arms around my parents and showed them a whole new world. Winston was a hero for my dad and a hero for me. Nelson Gardner was a hero for me growing up. He was good friends with my uncle and taught me a lot about life. For me, my dad is a hero, and I'm very grateful for him. Other heroes from my dad while he was here, D.R.C. Davis had a very strong impact on their ability to start the business. Don Showalter was a lifelong friend with Dad, and in many ways a hero for my dad. More recently, another MS awardee, George Pace, he's kind of been connected with us, and in many ways he was a hero for my dad. So these are some heroes for which I am very grateful to consider friends. They've had a great influence on how I think. More importantly, they had a very strong influence on my dad. He considered them a friend, and he considered them heroes. So thank you for all that you do for our community, and thank you for being a hero not only for your family and your friends, but for the community at large. Thank you.
Like Dynamic Aviation, our other gold sponsor this evening has supported our community as well as the MS Society for many years.
You know, throughout the pandemic, Interchange Group remained steadfast. Thank you for being a hero. Let's watch this short video from the Interchange Group.
The MS Society continues to deliver breakthroughs in research and disease-modifying therapies.
The outlook for people living with MS is dramatically different today than it was just a decade ago.
You know, our next speaker, Kevin Gibson, is the founder of VA Momentum. And honestly, other than Karen Wigington asking me to do this, he's the reason that I really accepted this and support the MS Society. And although Kevin lives with MS, he has never let it slow him down. Thanks to his own positive outlook and the work of the National MS Society, Kevin is still running strong. Now let's hear my buddy Kevin's story.
Thank you for the thoughtful introduction. It's a gift to share at this event. I'm a big believer in reflection, but I also think a lot about the future. I love looking forward to things. And in a healthy way, I think a lot about what regrets I'll have when I'm at the end of my life. When it's my last introduction, what will I hope is said? And how should those hopes inform my actions now? Before we dive into that, a quick story. It was summer 2007. I was working at George Washington University and received a phone call. I'd had an MRI to scan my brain after some persistent headaches, vision blurriness, and tingling in my legs. All of it was out of the blue. On the other line was a radiologist who said they were referring me to a neurologist because there were lesions on my brain. I asked why there'd be lesions on my brain, and although she was hesitant to give me any information, she said, "This looks similar to what we see in people with MS." I immediately went back and Googled, "Do you die from MS?" The multitude of resources provided by the National MS Society put my lesion-filled brain at ease, provided some optimism, and gave me options for groups I could talk with for support. Fast forward a few months, I sat in the neurologist's office with my wife and my dad. I was 24. The spinal tap, eye test, and CT scans had ruled everything else out. MS is diagnosed by making sure it's not other things. I was diagnosed with relapsing remitting MS, and I was thankful to have a label on it. I think of relapsing remitting MS like a sleeping newborn baby with colic. spoken as someone with experience with both. It's so cute and harmless while it's sleeping or in remission, but you constantly live in fear of what happens if it's woken. Will it ever sleep again? Will you be so permanently damaged that you never recover? My neurologist looked me in the eye that day and said, I work with people a lot older than you all the time. You're young. You know what you've got. Now you can do something about it. This is your opportunity. He had no idea the profound impact that would have on my life. This was my opportunity. Back to my reflection. MS accelerated my understanding of how current actions impact my last introduction. I should leave a comfortable job to pursue my entrepreneurial passion and create VA momentum. I should play with my kids every time they invite me because I owe it to the MS Society. I owe it to my neurologist, Dr. Foster. I immediately went on a disease-modifying drug. I give myself a daily injection with the hope that it will reduce the number of relapses, limit new activity, and slow disease progression. My mom worked for the MS Society when I was younger, so I knew the medicine available to me was better and more advanced than back then, thanks to the work of many people I'd never meet. My family and friends rallied the year of my diagnosis, and we raised $17,000 at the MS Walk in Washington, D.C. All I asked of them is they not treat me any differently. I didn't want MS to be a central part of my identity. I'm fortunate because I can still pretend like I don't have it. I'm very lucky. My medicine seems to be working, and my 10-year MRIs showed no new lesion activity and no worsening. Thanks to the MS Society for many years of funding and research for that. I've decided to fight this disease and leave nothing on the table, but I recognize others are not nearly as fortunate, and I'm not claiming responsibility for my prognosis. In fact, you are responsible. You and the people in your seats many years ago at the first Dinner of Champions set me on this path. One of the weirdest things about MS is that the doctors say there's no guarantee about the future. Anything can happen at any moment. I could wake up and have numbness, heavy fatigue, or unusual pain. And so my hopes for my last introduction continue to inform my actions now. I did go on a canal boat trip to England and a catamaran ride in Barbados. I do run half marathons and triathlons because I owe it to you, the fundraisers. I owe it to the people with MS who are not as fortunate as me. One of my goals in life is not to blame MS for anything it doesn't deserve to be blamed for. I aim to look at MS as my opportunity rather than my misfortune. The past year of COVID-related fears put this outlook into a unique position. Was my immune system at higher risk? Would my community-focused event business make it to the other side? Would I get tired of saying yes to playing with my kids every single minute? The last 13 years with MS helped give perspective to those questions. Each unique opportunity belongs at the forefront for action to inform my last introduction, whenever that may be. Every opportunity matters. Whatever your opportunity, I invite you to look at it with optimism and take action. We owe it to the scientists. We owe it to the people with MS who were dealt a different hand than me. We owe it to the MS Society who just added the word cure to their mission. We owe it to you, the givers. Thank you.
You know, Andy, I've been a part of this event for over a decade now. Come as an attendee many times, have served as vice chair on a handful of times to help raise money. And over those years, I've gotten to know a lot of people outside of this event that are struggling with MS, that are fighting that battle. And so it really puts a face with a name here locally. And of course, Kevin, man, you're my boy. You know that. I appreciate we all do, just that message, that encouragement that you're giving us. The fact that you're able to share that story, and I just hope it's an inspiration to all those that are out there listening this evening. You know, the MS Society's mission is to cure MS while empowering everyone affected by MS to live their best lives. Kevin, you definitely personify that mission.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for that message, Kevin. And it's important to remember that MS didn't stop because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And as we mentioned earlier in the program, people living with MS have faced greater challenges than ever before.
But despite these challenges, they believe in a bright future, and that time is now to continue the funding breakthroughs and research. Here are a few of our stories. Our generous community of heroes that supported this event have already raised over $55,000 tonight, which is an incredible achievement.
Kudos, kudos. If you were inspired by the stories we just saw, or if you yourself have a personal connection to MS, you can play part in delivering the next breakthrough or even the cure to MS.
But the society cannot achieve these breakthroughs alone, right? We need your support to help further the mission, to help people just like Kevin. With your help, the next chapter in our story could be the last chapter for MS. Together, we can be the generation that ends this disease and changes the lives of millions of people. To donate, please text Harrisonburg 21 to 76278. That's Harrisonburg 21, which can also be seen somewhere here on the screen.
So, Thomas, can I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
I'm going to donate with your phone.
Hey, that works. Every dollar matters. Every dollar counts.
Our goal tonight is to raise $65,000, and we need your help. Again, every donation makes a difference. For example, a $1,000 gift will give driving independence to someone with MS by making their vehicle more accessible. You will help them drive to the store or to visit their kids with your $1,000 gift tonight.
And oh, by the way, this is the participation portion of the program. So we're going to sit back. We're going to have a little bit of awkward silence. We'll give you a few more facts. We want everybody to take a chance to see what you can feel led to give just right now.
We do have a few donors that we could recognize. We see here, we've got Anonymous.
Ooh, he's my favorite donor. I bet we might see him or her again later.
I hope. We can only hope that
That's
we
right.
see some more anonymous action on the donor side.
That's right. Hey, by the way, if you're a company, you can donate too. Don Largent Roofing, thanks for your support. You guys are great community partners. We really appreciate it.
Again, to register, you text Harrisonburg 21 with no spaces and make that to 76278 to make that $1,000 pledge this evening.
Now, maybe $1,000 might be too much for folks, right? We don't want to pretend like every dollar doesn't matter, because it does. More than half of all the people living with MS have disease-related depression. You know, a $500 gift will provide up to 6 months of in-person counseling services to someone living with MS. So just think, $500 can quite literally change somebody's life.
That's incredible. It really is. That's a tiny donation to really make that big of an impact.
Yeah.
And you know what? Phil, sign me up, buddy. Sign Appeal Production up for a $500 donation tonight.
That's awesome. High five, bro. And guys,
we're kind of weak. Let's do that.
Oh yeah, too big. There we go.
That's what we're talking about.
That's right. That's worth at least another $500 donation, isn't it? So, and guys, we were keeping a running count here. We could see some of those numbers rolling in. So thanks for all of you all that are out there today that are donating. Hey, by the way, you know somebody that's not here watching this, but you're like, you know what? They could help out with this. They've got friends with MS. They know some people. Then you know what? Hit them up. Text them the link. Tell them what to do. Let's just keep this thing rolling and try to be as organic as possible.
Awkward silence time?
Awkward silence time. Okay. I like it. We didn't freeze. We're just waiting.
Waiting for you to donate. Ever watch Family Guy and that silence gets really, really awkward as a viewer? Okay, the Navigator program gives people direct access to trained professionals. MS Navigators provide one-on-one counseling that includes access to healthcare specialists, assistance with health insurance options and benefits, accessible and affordable housing possibilities, employment resources, and much, much more.
That's right. Now, maybe that $500 is too much. Maybe $1,000 is too much. Maybe you got to go, ask your spouse or partner, and they're just not in the room. That's okay. What about $250, right? A $250 gift tonight provides dedicated support from an MS navigator. Every person living with MS has access to the Society's Navigator program.
We're going to give a quick shout out to one of our donors here, William /AKA Neil Menifee, a previous honoree from the MS Society here in Harrisonburg. He's now in Charlotte, but he still cares and he still gives to the MS Society, and he has done so again this year. So thank you, Neil Menifee, for your donation.
And Neil, the consummate leader, has just shown us you don't even have to be in Harrisonburg or Rockingham County to donate, right? That's the great thing about this whole internet deal that my kids keep talking about. You can donate from anywhere.
More awkward silence.
Always.
Have you given yet?
Ooh, somebody just did. Look at that.
Yes.
Is that Bridget? Did you just make a donation? Awesome work there. We love that support. Thank you. Maybe a little more awkward silence for everybody else. Bridget, you're off the hook for now.
Yeah, this isn't the Jerry Lewis special where there's entertainment coming up next. This is your entertainment.
That's right.
So, and for those of you who are too young to remember Jerry Lewis, go onto YouTube. I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah. Also one of those things on that internet, right?
Yeah, so they say, yes.
Yeah, it's on the line, out there, on the line.
And if you've got internet speed like Thomas does here, man, it's incredible.
Yeah.
You can download all of the things.
Yeah.
Okay, as we heard earlier this evening from Kevin Gibson, his disease-modifying therapy helps him live his best life. And if you know Kevin, you've been around Kevin for 10 minutes, you know that guy is always living his best life.
That's right.
A $100 donation allows a person to participate in a clinical trial for 3 days. Clinical trials expand the number of available treatments, and your $100 gift can play a role in delivering the next breakthrough.
You know, it's just that easy, folks. It's little donations, little combinations, right? $100 here, $100 there. And all of a sudden we're helping people like Kevin, helping folks in the Valley, helping folks all over. Folks that are your neighbors, your backyard, your school bus drivers. These are the kind of folks that we're trying to help. And the MS Society has been doing it for years. We just need a little bit of help along the way from you all.
It's all about you.
That's right.
But then it's not all about you, because you're giving to others to help improve their lives. So it's about you in the giving piece right now, but in the end, it's not about you. So it's very selfless.
I like it.
Maybe I'm getting a little too deep here.
I don't know, deep, shallow, whatever works, right? So it's one of those things, folks, though. It's safe to say that every gift to the MS Society can change somebody's life. Thanks to all your generous donors tonight. You all are heroes to the MS Society.
Looks like we got another one.
Oh, all right. Rolling on, rolling on.
I'm going to try, Deborah, I'm going to try this here. So,
reflecting on such an abundance of selfless deeds this year, I am honored to salute.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your donation. We really appreciate that. Again, to register, text Harrisonburg 21, no spaces, it's there on your screen, to 76278.
Now, just a second, we're going to start thanking some of the other sponsors that have made this night happen. But one thing I want to let you know, $100 provides 60 minutes of professional training for MS support group. $50 supports an outreach visit from an MS healthcare provider. $30 purchases a learning license for 2 MS support group leaders to enhance their group facilitation skills. Every dollar matters. And every person matters. And we've got a chance to really make a difference. We're already making a difference. We want to thank everybody that's a part of this tonight.
You want to go? You want me to go?
I'll go.
No, I can go.
I was gonna roll.
You
I can
wanna
roll.
Well, maybe I want to go back here.
Yeah, go back here. Yeah.
Because I forgot when you had the sheet over there, and then I had
the
this
magic sheet.
You know, the magic sheet with more information for you to be an informed donor. Not just a donor, an informed donor. So we're talking $500 earlier, $500 donation provides an air conditioner to someone who needs help managing their symptoms when it's hot. It also provides up to 6 months of counseling services for someone living with MS. $500 enables a promising graduate student to work in an MS lab for 20 hours a week over a semester to advance MS research discoveries.
Yeah. And those dollar totals we told you earlier wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. So now it's time to thank or celebrate the silver sponsors for this year.
All of these organizations have supported the Dinner of Champions for decades. And since my co-MC is on the list, it's up to me to give them kudos. So thanks to our silver sponsors. Over the long history of the Harrisonburg, we're going to silver sponsors.
That's right.
We're not going there today.
Reflecting on such an abundance of selfless deeds this year, I'm honored to salute our community heroes and JMU students and employees for working shoulder to shoulder to keep us safe and positioned for a bright future together.
We want to take a moment and honor the educators who were heroes during this past year. They did things in their careers I'm sure they never expected, going from 100% in person to 100% virtual teaching to hybrid education back to in person. They've adapted and overcome in so many ways, and we at Appeal just want to take a moment and say we see you, we thank you, and we honor you with all of that you've done to make sure that people continue to be educated over the past year.
This past year, small business owners have been real heroes in our community with the way they've been able to keep things going. But we really want to give a shout out to all of the healthcare workers and all the first responders that have been on the front lines during this pandemic. From the bottom of our hearts, all of us at Bank of the James say thank you.
Our teams at Sunnyside Communities were beacons of light while navigating 2020. Their creativity and determination illuminated a path of endurance and a spirit of resilience. To our team and all the shining heroes, we are eternally grateful.
Over the long history of the Harrisonburg Dinner of Champions, bronze sponsors account for over 40% of all donations, and this year is no exception. Let's watch this short video highlighting our bronze sponsors.
With our contribution to the MS Society, I would like to thank the faculty, staff, and administration at Blue Ridge Community College who worked so hard during COVID to make life better for our students.
We celebrate the champions who cared for residents and made a difference in the moments, days, and weeks. This is our community of heroes. This is VMRC.
You know, I hope you guys are enjoying these videos as much as we are. And it's so cool to see all the donations that are still rolling in from all of you that are watching us online. The wonderful, beautiful Misty Van Hook is out there. She's made a donation for us.
Thanks, babe.
Corey Davies, my boy, you're out there. Dan Frazier, he's also made a big donation. Neil Snoddy, Rita Bunch. So thank you for the continue to give. There's still time to give. But we also want to take a chance to introduce a new level of recognizing our local heroes that we haven't had before. You know, like drops in a fill in a bucket, these donors play a critical role in fundraising for the National MS Society. So let's say a big thanks to each one of them. You know, although this past year has been challenging in so many ways, our community has come together as it always does, thanks to the heroes featured in tonight's program.
Yeah, we hope you've been inspired by our community's giving spirit and the incredible work of the MS Society, because we know, there's not a whole lot of inspiration here.
Right.
It's those folks who deserve all the credit. There's still time to make a gift, though, to further the work of this great cause with the National MS Society.
You know, and one thing we can't say enough is a big thank you to all of our sponsors and to everyone who's donated this evening. Tonight's program has truly demonstrated that we are fortunate to live in a community of heroes type of place.